am making this video to warn you of the danger of that you may not be forgiving other people. Amen. You may not be forgiving other people. I know many people, they get offended. People offend them, and then they go about the place and they, say they forgive them, and they tell themselves that they forgive them. But the truth is, you may not actually be forgiving them. And if you're not forgiving them, it means that you have not received forgiveness of the Father. And if you have not received forgiveness of the Father, then it means that you will die in your sin. And if you die in your sin, Jesus said you cannot come where I am. So I'm making this video. You're going to listen to this video. Make sure you listen it to the end, that you could know. Bible says we should examine ourselves to see whether we're in the faith. Okay, so you don't want to go through life thinking that all is well and that you're accepted with God and you're right with God, and at the end of it you're in for a rude awakening. Okay, but the Bible talks about this. The Bible says there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end of it is death. You see, many people, they understand the importance of forgiveness. Okay, they understand that, what? They need to forgive others, they can receive the forgiveness of God. Okay, this is important for us to understand because, one thing I understand is that, God sees different from how man sees. Okay, we're looking at this from God's view, by the way. Okay, keep that in mind. This is from God's view, not man's view. So that man look on the outward appearance, but God look at the heart. The major deception here is that we think that if we are going about the place forgiving people, that the Father is going to forgive us. Right? That's our mindset. We think if we're going about the place forgiving others, then the Father will forgive us. Right? What we have to understand is that we are forgiven. Okay, we are forgiven. We got to receive forgiveness from the Father first before we can actually go and forgive others. Okay, as Christ said in verses 12, forgive us, Father, and then we will forgive as we forgive others. Okay, so we need to be forgiven of the Father first before we actually go and forgive others, right? And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, right? People going about forgiving each other, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. Okay, so God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. Why Christ's sake? Is because Christ paid for sin. Okay, this is the reason why Father has forgiven us. Christ paid for sin.